Welcome in. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is all in the charts. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, drop me a comment, click the bell icon for all notifications on this Taco Tuesday. You know, I was telling a few people at the gym this morning, I was like, Tuesday may quite possibly be the worst day of the week. Now, it's true. We all want to love what we do. I do love my profession, and as you know, I have a new job, and things are going well, and I'm excited about it. I'm passionate about crypto. Every morning, I have the freedom and ability to do what it is I am most passionate about in life and murder myself at the gym. So, but still, I would say most people prefer the weekend over the start of the week, right? And quite often, people speak to Monday being the most dreaded day of the week. But I disagree. I actually disagree. You know, when you leave the weekend and you enter Monday, you have the ability to get your work week off to a good start. And the weekend, the feelings and memories of the weekend are still with you on Monday. But by the time Tuesday comes, you're like, shit, it's the start of another work week. By the time you get to Wednesday, you're feeling yourself getting over the hurdle. And then by the time we get to Thursday, in my opinion, is the most underrated day of the week. Thursday may be my second most favorite day in the week. It is the day before Friday, guys. Thursday feels fantastic, especially by the time you get to mid-afternoon. Like if you work a normal shift, you know, like 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, and you get to like 3 o'clock on a Thursday, I don't know about you, I feel fucking fantastic on a Thursday at like 3 o'clock. I'm feeling like Friday's here, and then Friday gets there, and then Saturday, and then by the end of Saturday, you're like, shit, it's almost Sunday, and you know, and then we repeat. All right, guys, welcome in. I hope everyone is having a great day. I poured measured out, of course, because I am in the midst of counting calories, a 6-ounce generous pour of Yellowtail. Does anybody here drink Yellowtail wine? Fun fact, I have a lot of things to share with you before we get into charts, and I see some comments I'll get to. Fun fact, when I was, I started getting into wine when I was like 25 for whatever reason. Yeah, that sticks out to me. But fun fact, when I was in my 20s and I had just started getting into wine, I used to buy a lot of Yellowtail. I love the Yellowtail Shiraz. I would get that Magnum bottle. I would get the Magnum bottles. But I haven't had Yellowtail in a long while, and this is the Yellowtail Cabernet. Honestly, full disclosure, I was at a CVS, and I was picking up prescription medication, and I figured what better to take my prescription medication with than wine. No, I was picking up my prescription medication. This was like a couple weeks ago. And I noticed they had Yellowtail wine on sale for like $5. And I was like, fuck, I haven't had Yellowtail wine in a long time. So I picked myself up a $5 bottle of Yellowtail Cab. It's really not bad. It's honestly not bad, especially if you're not very well versed in wines and you're just getting a table wine to have with dinner or to tickle your fancy or to impress a young lady. You can pick up some Yellowtail. Like they're not gonna know dick on wine, so you can pick up anything you want, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling fantastic. People are talking about there's some sort of correction taking place in the market. Last time I looked, Casper was up like 1.5 points. So I don't know. I saw Wojak was up. Guys, I'm not feeling the pain. I'm just not feeling the pain right now. When you're a big Casper holder, you're not feeling the pain. Are we still holding up on that Casper? No, we're down. Wojak's up 4.5%. We're going to get into your TA questions today. We can chart anything and everything that you want. And the bull run is not over. I don't know. Someone in the comments is being funny right now, Juan. Let's fucking go. Oof. Glad to see everyone here. I do see that we want to take a look at Guys, before we, I'm coming at you hard and heavy today. I'm coming at you with a lot of energy, which is not how I felt when I woke up this morning. I was not really feeling very energetic. But before we get into the questions for today, I did want to talk about price action. In all seriousness, what's going on in the market. and we can have an honest conversation. Of course, I'm going to do what I've typically done in the past. We're going to keep it stupid simple. I'm going to tell you what you should keep an eye on, and we're only going to look at one chart. And that's the only chart we're going to look at because we looked at so many charts yesterday, and nothing has changed since yesterday in terms of those macro views looking motherfucking bullish. So let's get into drum roll, everyone. This is going to shock you. This is going to shock you, unlike the Shockmaster. We're going to get into the 12-hour chart. This should surprise everyone who's been on this channel. So one of the things that I posted out today, do you notice anything that I'm pointing out in this chart? I just want to point this out for everyone who's gone all gloom and doom. And as much as they listen to what I'm saying, like I know, CBG says not to click on those clickbait fear porn YouTube channels, but I need to click on it. And I need to know what this person is saying because they're spelling disaster in the market. Okay, just wanted to kind of level set the conversation. Deep breath. Take a sip of your Yellowtail expensive $5 bottle of wine. I can taste the fear in the market. And what do I see here? I see a bunch of higher lows. I don't know what's going on, but I see a bunch of higher lows. This was set at, let's take a look. This was set at 56,500. This low here is at 60,100. And we're all the way up here at 66,000. Okay? So when would I become concerned? Again, we're on a 12-hour chart. When would I start to become concerned? If we start to get candle body closes below this 61.8, you're getting me a little nervous. I'm going to be honest, you get me a little nervous because then we're coming down here to 60,000. Okay, then we would want that $60,000 area to hold. If $60,000 doesn't hold, then I would get nervous because more than likely we would revisit this $56,000 area. I don't want to come down here and double tap this region. If we go back in time, you can see, and we spoke to this price action back here. This was a double bottom, right? When everybody was getting feared out, if you were paying attention to what I was saying, we weren't. The only reason we don't want to play with that scenario, we don't want it to come into play, is even though a double bottom could occur, anytime you come down and you start sort of revisiting these local lows that you thought were going to be your higher low, and you're coming down and double tapping it several months later, you're playing with fire because you're introducing a scenario where it breaks and you go lower. So those are the key levels that I'm watching for. But until then, I don't see jack shit that is concerning in this market. I'm coming out just as confident today as I did yesterday. Why? Not because of some subjective emotional feeling, even though I'm coming out hot and heavy today. No. I am basing my comments to you based on chart data. And until the chart data evolves in a way which begins to turn bearish, I'm not turning bearish. I just spelled out the price levels to you. Something else I would emphasize on this chart that we have spoken about so many fucking times, okay? This is the 12-hour chart. What key moving average are you zooming in on the 12-hour chart because of the historical significance? The 200 simple moving average on the 12-hour chart. In a bullish environment, price likes to, we've spoken to this so many times. Price likes to come down to the 200 simple moving average on the 12-hour chart. It doesn't typically like to deviate too much. You see how we got, remember we were down here and I said, what I was more than likely expecting was some sort of a quick recovery. That's exactly what we got. We came down here. We sort of hovered around price action and came back up. Now we're down here. I'm not expecting a significant breakdown from the 200 simple moving average on the 12-hour chart because the reason is twofold. One, I believe we are in a bullish environment, in a bullish overall perspective, in a bull market, and we're expecting much higher prices in the months to come. And secondly, and I can't think of the right word, man. Sometimes when you're live, the words escape you. But conjointly with that, is the fact that if you study this chart in a bull market, price doesn't like to tend to deviate from the 200 simple moving average much. So I do expect this to provide another area of price confluence and support. I'm not looking for prices to deviate significantly from where they're at, and I spelled that out on X Twitter. Todd, you are the fucking man. Thank you for the super chat. Never expected. Always appreciate it. Do you know who I get this from when I do this? I get that from Conan O'Brien. He used to do that. When he would come out on stage and people were cheering for him. I'm not comparing myself to Conan O'Brien. I'm just telling you where I got this from. He would come out on stage and he would go like that. So that is where I get that from. I was a huge fan of Conan O'Brien with a lot of his older stuff from the 90s, even early 2000s. All right, let us get into some questions here, some technical analysis questions. Guys, this is the only chart I want you to focus on. I just want you to focus on Bitcoin. Again, one more time as a refresher. If we start to break 61.8, I'm a little bit nervous. Now we're coming down to the $60,000 level. If we break $60,000, that's when I legitimately start to get nervous, because now you're coming down here to entertain a double bottom scenario potential. But again, we were down there a while ago, and I don't like to play with fire, so I don't want to get anywhere near $60,000 or below. We can go as low as 61.8, but I don't want to be breaking. Again, candle body closes. I'm not saying that we can't do some sort of capitulatory wick and then a quick retrace, but it's only until we get a candle body close and we can't get above here and then start going lower. That is when I would get concerned. So I'm clearly spelling it out for you guys. Guys, let's get into the TA questions here. I got a question coming in from Sir Oof. Sir Oof. Blank chart for ticker can. Brother, this better be a good chart. No pressure. I don't want to see any shit charts. All right. Don't ask me to chart Casper. You want, real quick. You guys want to see it? If you're like heavy balls to the wall in Casper, I can understand why you're feeling the way you do. Guys, full disclosure here. I established a position somewhere back here. I doubled my position as we were moving up here. And then as we started to break structure, I quickly retraced out of that doubling of the position, okay? I still hold some, but not as much. You can see we've double bottomed at prices back in 22. I mean, this chart, I'll continue shitting on this chart until it starts actually turning around, if it ever turns around. This is about one of the worst charts. And if you look at the Bitcoin pairing chart, God, talk about a chart that's falling apart. Let's look at CAN. Let's go to Mexi. You feeling the Mexi? I'm feeling Mexi. You feeling Mexi? A lot of chipping and chopping around here. Can't say I'm like just like initial view on this chart. Can't say I'm extremely. I mean, we are in an uptrend, but I can't say that I'm like overly bullish on this chart. It's not really like a super strong chart. First thing that kind of sticks out to me. Okay, we have we got some. This is on the weekly. I'm condensing price action here, just so we can kind of create a more macro perspective view based. We have enough price data here. So we have this nice upsloping line. We have higher lows coming into the market. Let's take a look at some resistance here. Where are we going to have problems getting above? Well, I mean, clearly, right around 42 cents is going to be a major area. Let's clear 42 cents. I mean, there's obvious areas up here, but let's clear 42 cents. One other area, since we're all the way down here, this is a rather obvious area. I mean, again, these are all zones. Somebody could come on here and put on an area of price confluence that's slightly different. I'm going to choose this area in particular because it touches this price wick here. That's 25 cents. So we have 25 cents and 42 cents, which are major areas of resistance that are going to be difficult to get above. In terms of support, well, first and foremost, for the greatest sign of strength to remain in this chart, we want this nice upsloping line to break. Now, it's not the end of the world if it breaks. All upsloping lines are not going to forever remain intact, right? This is a concept that I try to continually state on this channel, but it would show the greatest degree of strength if this line did hold. And wouldn't you know it, there's actually an area of price confluence right around that area, which is right here, which is right, we're right on it right now, which is at 13 cents. We're just going to round it, keep it stupid simple. 13 cents is an area of support that we'd like to see hold. If 13 cents breaks, I'm looking at right around here. I mean, and actually, that's so hilarious. That coincides with this wick here. I'm looking at about 11.4 cents, 11.5 cents, right? If 11.5 cents begins to break, look out below. I mean, we could break down all the way to 9.5 or even lower. So we want to see that hold. If we go to the price indicators real quick, momentum's starting to die out. If we go to a more granular time frame, heavy sell volume. I don't like to see, one thing I don't like to see, I will say, and we're going to get off this chart in a second, but now that we've gone down to a lower time frame, one thing I don't like to see, look at the shape of the candlestick. The entire day is red. We have no price wick. So meaning there's no wick to the downside, meaning buyers haven't stepped in. There's a lot of sell pressure. The price is just continuing to go down. Buyers are not stepping in. And there's conviction behind it. Why do I say there's conviction behind it? Look at the volume. This is the highest volume we've seen ever. So there's a lot of conviction behind this move. I would not, personally, I'm not giving you financial advice. I never give financial advice on this channel. I would not be stepping in here personally. I would want to allow things to play out a little bit and feel more convicted about my buy entry. Could this thing bottom at current levels? Absolutely. We could see the bottom right here. Could we bottom about 30% lower? Absolutely. And there's nothing right now telling me that it's smart to be buying in right here. Only other thing real quick, there's obviously an area of downward resistance as well. So you'd want to see that break. But heavy sell volume here. All right, what other questions do we have? I see a lot of rocket ships. We're not in that environment yet. Oh, you had a specific question on it. Sorry. Please look at CAN stock. It's a BTC miner. Oh, wow. I just looked at the crypto project. I didn't even read your entire... Well, that was pretty shitty. Please look at CAN stock. It is a BTC miner manufacturer. I think there's significant bullish divergence on the weekly. Wow. Didn't even... Apologies, my friend. Well, we charted one for free. So I guess we're looking at this guy here. Bullish divergence on the weekly. There is significant bullish divergence on the weekly. Since I just charted that entire thing out, we're going to move on, Oof, but I will confirm your bullish divergence on the weekly. I can't spend another 5 minutes on this chart. You can see that the RSI is moving up as price has continued to go down. Okay, so that's bullish divergence. There's no, you are correct. The MACD looks like it wants to cross up. Stochastic RSI looks healthy. Oh man, this has been, look, Oof, this has been a rough ride. This has been a rough ride, my friend. Man, I've seen my viewers drop off. Apparently, they're not too interested in what I'm charting today. Are you guys not interested in what I'm charting today? Is this not... Do I not entertain you? Am I not entertaining? All right. Yeah. Just looking at the price data and ignoring the bullish divergence, I'm going to be honest with you, my friend. This looks like... I'm just going to tell you what it looks like. I'm not telling you it has to play out, but that looks like a pole. And this, to me, looks like a pennant. That's a bear pennant. I don't even think the target would make sense. It would take it near zero. But let's see where it would take it roughly. This is just a rough target. I don't even think the target's going to make sense. Yeah, well, not looking very bullish, my friend, on the price action. Price is king. In terms of resistance here... You're going to want to start breaking out around $1.20. It's got a lot of work to do. Look, $1.30, $1.60. It's got a lot of work to do. So yes, there is bullish divergence on the RSI. Maybe you can scalp a quick trade here, but I do not like this chart. Do you not like it at all? What else we got? Mazda dash cam, bullish as fuck. I like it. Little red, big smile. Your username doesn't make any sense. Little red, big smile. All right, so you're a little red-headed male or female, and you've got a big smile. All righty. Everybody's got their unique name. I'm Crypto Bull God. That's all you know me as. I'm Crypto Bull God. I think I shared with you how I came up with that name. Hunt Bowden on Sol. Let's take a look at... Oh, we're getting into meme coins. Are we entering meme coin territory? Look at these meme coins. Pepe's up 5.6. WIF's down 5. I'm sure it'll be the opposite tomorrow. WIF will be up like 5% and Pepe will be down like 5%. Wojak's up 2.5. Meme AI's doing nice at 2. Bobo's down 10. You can see all these meme coins on there. Where are all the people shilling Jesus coin? There were some people in here shilling Jesus coin back in the day. Let's take a look. Guys, fun fact. I'm going to tell you another fun fact. Man, I'm full of fun what? I'm full of fun facts today. That was a tongue twister. Dear Lord. Hunt, is that right? I know Bowden, but Hunt? Yeah, I'm not even charting that. It's not worth it. Bowden. Not enough price data, man. It's just not, I don't know. For me to come out, it's just not value added for me to chart something like this. I don't know. I just don't think it's very value added to chart something like this. I think it just kind of is wasting time. Because the reason I say it is there's just not a lot of price data. It's not, you got an area of resistance at 36 cents. And it's really a zone. You have an area of resistance really between 36 and 40 cents. You better hope that this area here holds. Look what's going on here. You see how we just double bottomed? You see this wick right here and this wick right here. If this breaks, this has a high probability of breaking way down. So you better hold the lows today better hold. They better hold. That's what I will say about this chart. Guys, what other charts? Give me something with price data. Come on. I'm gonna stall time as I'm waiting for questions here. I'm not going into X, Y, and Z and chart and shit because no one's asking questions. Bring me the TA questions. Bring me something with price data. What I was going to say is, fun fact for today, I already sort of ate my dinner very early before the live stream. And my last meal of the day that I'm really excited about, that I'm going to be having after this live stream, it is a protein ice cream that I made with the Ninja Creme. I think Ninja's going to sponsor this channel. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I've been posting photos of these Ninja Creme protein ice cream concoctions that I've been making, and they taste ridiculously good. And I know what I'm putting in it. I'm the one making it. It's all healthy ingredients, low sugar, low fat, high protein. And I'm actually going to be sharing how I make them, the recipes, on Instagram. So if you're interested in finding out that information, feel free to follow. What else? Everybody new tuning in. You know what? Don't even worry about the thumbs up. Spend your time gliding over the thumbs up, dropping a comment on what you want me to chart, and then sliding on back to the thumbs up and fucking crushing it. I want some questions. We're going to stand here and we're going to stare at this chart. Someone, for the love of God, you're all staring at my beautiful face right now. Give me a TA question. Whatever TA question that you want. Else, we're going to end this live stream pretty damn early today because I'm not going off on a tangent and charting whatever I feel like. I'm not doing that today. Look, CASP is up. I don't know what's the problem here. What's the problem? Wow, XMR is at 174. I'm going to end up charting something. XMR is at 174. I hadn't even noticed. Do you guys remember? Do you recall I said that I purchased a few XMR? What? I don't have a Monero chart? Are you fucking kidding me? Get the fuck out of here. That's weird. Yeah, I have a bunch of Monero in my Cake wallet, and it's sort of like a contingency plan. It might sound a little end of the world. Oh my God, CBG is holding Monero. But it's a privacy coin, and I like the idea of holding on to an OG privacy coin in uncertain times. So, wow, this thing looks like it's close to breaking out to the upside. Give Monero some credit here. Where the hell are we at? We have market cap ranking 28. I might have to buy some more Monero. Yeah, so there was that whole FUD information that came out surrounding Monero, and I think the price, because it was getting delisted, I think got delisted off Binance or something. But you had the opportunity to buy Monero at like $100, 102. I scooped up several Monero for right around 102, and we're at 174 right now. So good to see. I'm not even paying attention to the price. And that's one of those examples, just like some of the OG coins that I hold. You're talking about Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, XLM, all these OG coins. I don't hold Ethereum Classic. I don't hold a ton of them, but I don't plan on selling them. They are tokens that, and this is where it comes down to the non financially savvy selling things for a profit perspective. It comes down to the love and appreciation for the cryptocurrency market. I love knowing that I just own some of those old school tokens that I don't plan on selling anytime soon. They're in my Ledger wallet, and I'm not doing jack shit with them. I think you haven't charted XDC in a long time. Sounds good, Juan. Needed a question. Somebody, for the love of God, help CBG out. I don't want to stand up here and continue talking as no one is dropping me any questions. Yeah, XDC, I don't think that's really done anything lately, right? Well, clearly, this is when I went on my tangent and spoke about what we'd want to watch for. And as you can see, I don't know what you really want to determine from this gobbledygook. By the way, I used that terminology on a work call. My last work call I was just on. I called something gobbledygook. I told someone that I looked forward to presenting the gobbledygook within a pricing exhibit to people so they could understand what's going on. Because let's face it, like the numbers that actuaries work with, you're putting together a pricing model and you're talking about pricing life insurance. It's all fucking numbers and gobbledygook to most people. They're like, all right, just give me the punchline, right? That's the value. Just like in a teacher, that's the value when an actuary is walking away from the pricing model and saying, all right, I need to articulate this in a way that it actually makes sense to that person and they're getting what they want to hear from me. So anyway, going on a tangent here. Yeah, XDC hasn't really done jack shit. It looks like we might be wanting to bottom out here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some bullish divergence coming in, which it looks like we are. So as you can see, price has sort of found a base here. I'd want to see this base not break. And the relative strength index, oh, come on. Son of a bitch. Look at well, this is really accurately depicted. Look at the relative strength index on the daily. Okay? I know I'm drawing it through through the lines, but it's to depict the fact that, the RSI is increasing, okay, as the price is just going sideways. So, I don't know, not much to report here. Besides the fact that we may have found a bottom and I need to update this chart because all these green lines need to turn to red. But, yeah, we just got to wait to see if we can start to see a push up. And you got all these heavy areas of resistance here, which we're going to start to consolidate some of this. Consolidate some of this shit because it's way too. Yeah. All right, guys, there's nothing else for me. How do you draw? Oh, got a TA question from Pavel. I told you guys I used to work with a Pavel back in the day, right? They bring me back to my first employer way back in the day when I was managing on the reinsurance side. That was a little back in the day there. Pavel Schlock. No, Pavel Bork. And you know I'm just busting your balls, Pavel. Hopefully you get my humor. I'm not even busting your balls. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm attempting to be funny. I don't know what I'm talking about. How do you draw fib levels? What height to low do you use? Well, I'll be honest. It's kind of hard to discern what you mean by the second question. But let me, in generalities, explain how I use fib levels, and then we'll just kind of take it from there. So I'll give you an example, okay? Let's say, no, that's not the best example. Let me get a good chart where I can really, God. All right, guys, we're at 31 minutes. These questions come in so late. You know, I've been asking for questions, Juan, and you fucking hit me with a question like 35 minutes into the stream. Like, what's happening right now? The way I would draw a fib level, I want to get that. Let me pull up the Caspa chart, actually. God, Caspa has such a clean chart. Ooh, rough expectations for Caspa. Great example. This is the top, right? And we bottomed out right at this level. So if we take our top to our bottom, there's all these different Fibonacci retracement levels, okay? So once we have topped out in price and we have found our local bottom, you draw the fib retracement level from the very top to the very bottom. And what you can do is you can come up with all these neat little color-coded numbers here. And what they represent are Fibonacci, what are called Fibonacci retracement levels. And to the extent that after we've bottomed, price comes up and hits some of these key levels, the key ones being the 0.618 and the 0.786, it expresses kind of a couple things. One, the relative strength in the bounce, and two, where you can look for some resistance to come in within the price, right? So in this case, it's good to see that we're kind of hovering around the 0.786 fib retracement level, but that's how you use it in terms of measuring for a retracement. Now, for a fib extension, it's kind of the opposite. What you're doing is you're hypothesizing how high price can go because you have nothing to go on from there. So you would take it, you would click on trend-based fib extension, you'd click from the bottom to the top to the bottom of the retracement, and then you'd start looking at fib extensions. Because again, when we look left, after we enter price discover, we have nothing when we look to the left. So rough targets, you would want to look at these 1.618, the 2.618, and the 3.618. You know, you're looking at targets anywhere between 29 to 50 cents, 52 cents. So essentially, that's how you do it. You can use whatever time frame you want, Pavel. It depends what you're looking at. You can use them on a 30-minute time frame. You're starting to get a little, get into the weeds here. For you guys, and I can tell based on the nature of your question, you're newer to charting, best to look at a high time frame. But you could use Fibonacci on 30-minute time frames, 30-second time frames. You could use it on a monthly time frame. Guys, we are at time. We're at 34 minutes. Juan, I love you, brother, but you're coming in hot and heavy with a question at like the end of the stream here. So we're going to have to take that another day. Guys, I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to run off here and enjoy my protein double fudge brownie protein ice cream. And I will be back here tomorrow around the same time. I'll remind you on Thursday I should be going live 5:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So until next time, everybody, let's all spread awareness. Let's remain level-headed and logical, unemotional, Let's carry that education forward, guys. Remember, higher lows, nothing has changed. We've literally, like a magnet, come back to the 200 SMA. I've given you the levels to watch for. Stay convicted on that. Do not click, no matter how tempting it is. Don't click on the clickbait fear porn. Cheers, everybody. Take care.